Hello there, you guys. How's everybody doing? Yeah, I'm not gonna be on long tonight because I've been in here. I've been in here folding clothes and some more stuff. I'm trying to get all of my clothes folded before um, the cleaning service get here. Y'all know I have a cleaning service come in once a month. I don't like for them to fold my clothes because they end up putting my clothes in the wrong drawers. I don't like that. You know, I don't like that. So I've been washing and folding. They don't put my towels like where I want them to put them. I don't put my towels, my wash towels and stuff in like my bedroom drawers and stuff. I don't like that. I have other containers that I put them in. So hey Tierney. So I'm not finished yet though. I have another load to wash and I don't like for them to wash my dishes. So I mean, but other than that, they do so good. Like they come in and it's time for like my patio windows and stuff to be washed and cleaned and they clean out my oven and stuff so good and it looks like a brand new oven because I cooks. Okay. I'm getting ready to make me some chili that's gonna last me for the next couple days tonight. And I think I'm gonna get them to shampoo my. I'm gonna get the because I had started shampooing the carpet. I have my own shampooer. Now when they come in here with their little shampoo, it's not like my shampooer. Well, I guess it ain't my shampooer. One of my friends had given it to me, and he was like, Tam, I'm getting all it's one of those real big ones. He was like, Tam, I'm getting all hardwood floors. You can have that shampooer. I said, I sure appreciate that. I know this. If I text again and you don't get a response, it's gonna be you up. Steven, I forgot. I listen, and I left my one of my phones. That phone, that one. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I thought I had left it in the store. I was so upset. I called back to the store to ask them if I had left my phone in the store, and they was like, "No, no one left the phone here." I was mad as hell. I was like, "They done stole my phone. They trying to steal my phone." And so when I was like, well, maybe I left it on my desk in the office. I was going to say something. I ain't going to say that. I was in Orange Mountain today and I stopped at one of the stores there. And I'm bad about when I go in my purse putting the phone on the counter. And I'm going to have to stop doing that because I'm real forgetful. Like I forget everything. I forget everything. Lord up in heaven knows I do. And I thought the people sis in the Orange Mountain area, I ain't okay. Shout out to Orange Mountain. I love Orange Mountain. I love Orange Mountain. Um, hey, Joy loves God and positive vibes and all of that. Uh, I gotta call Diane to let her know. Shout out to Diane. She recommended a young man to me, and I got to start on his stuff. Um, it's been a while since I really, because I did just find myself a grant to go to school. I did. I'm going to school off of a damn grant that I did some research on and found, and and therefore I didn't have to do the tuition reimbursement. But I'm working with one of her clients, a client of hers, and she recommended him to me to help him with to find some business grants, and I'm gonna work on that this weekend. I'm gonna have to block out everything I kind of cheated a little bit though, because my friends that do this every single day, I had to call them. It's like, is there any like updated like business grants or real low interest loans out there? Because I have not really been doing this. And he was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We just yeah." I'm saying, I was like, "Yes." Now I don't have to be doing all that real deep search, and I would have found them. But it's good when you got somebody that knows where they are, and you can call your friend up that do this every day, and he could send you straight to it, right? I said that's one of the things I want to do, and this is a legitimate man. It's a black business, and I love to help people that are legitimate. He got all of his stuff is legit. He ain't looking for no um what's the word that I'm looking for? Because I tell people all the time the reasons why that I don't do like the grants, I don't write up the grants and stuff like I could because I went and I took all the classes for that. It's because people want to, you know, my my dad got us. My dad told me it would be good so that I could find like grants for our nonprofit, right? Because people charge so much. He was like, "Well, you just get the training," and I'm glad that I did. But then I was like, "Oh wait, I'm gonna start helping my community because they don't know all of this stuff is out here, and because don't nobody want to read nothing, okay?" And they make it though so hard for you to find. Shoot, child, these folks be wanting to try to have the I ain't gonna work for the feds and then be sitting up in their damn jail where with no black folks that don't want to do right. And then when you try to say, well, can't you just cut corners for me? Hell no. I ain't cutting corners for myself. Don't mess. You need to and then here's the thing, it's so small. All you got to do is just do what's necessary, which is something usually something really small. You need to have all your ducks in a row. You don't need to be lying on no applications. I ain't gonna lie for you. Okay, I'm not going to, because if you lie to me, if you tell me something, you're supposed to produce the proof to me. I make copies and stuff of it. First thing I'm gonna say is, well, then did they produce the proof to you? You put it on the application. And, folks will get you caught up. Well, I ain't know nothing about it. She said she was a specialist. I just went along what she said. Oh, mm-mm. Child, I love my people, sister. I love the good black people. I love my community. I don't, but you know what? I don't really know how people can hate. I don't know how people can hate who they are. Some people just hate what they see when they look in the mirror. That's one of the things. Like, and I know everybody has had like their issues, especially with there being colorism, right? I've always been a dark skinned girl, always been chocolate. My older cousins and stuff, like my older cousins, like they always call me like dark and lovely. Like my dad used to get mad at my mama because my mother used to call me when I was growing up spook. And my dad, I didn't know why he would tell my mom, don't call her that. See, that's one of the things that the slave masters used to call the slaves spook, one of those spooks. But my mother used to call me that sometimes, just as a little nickname, spook. Um, but I've heard a lot of like I've heard a lot of women that have been dark skinned, and mainly because there is like colorism in like especially black families. Unfortunately, it's like that. The A lot of people have been taught the closer you are to white, the better you are. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I think I don't know if it's still like that, but it used to be really, really bad down there in Louisiana. Like you could have a big bubblegum nose and eyes and stuff. One eye could be up higher than the other. But if you were light skinned, they thought that you was beautiful. You were dark skinned, you were just average. I don't know if they still do that in Louisiana, but I think that's kind of associated because people like what they like, but I'm not gonna like somebody just because they're light skinned or just because they are dark skinned. Okay. But I've heard a lot of dark skinned women that's my skin tone and all of that say that they had it so hard. Like, I mean, a lot of them are traumatized. I didn't think it was real, like, especially in this day and time, they speak about how traumatized they are because they felt like they always got looked over, they were ashamed of their dark skin and all of that. I just I never I've never been I've always loved my dark skin. Like if I had a choice, if I could choose what color to be, I guess because I've been dark skinned my whole life, I would choose to be dark skinned all over again. Like, I mean, but I think people have issues even when they're light skinned because, like I said, I have light complected daughters. Like my oldest daughter is very fair skinned. Her father is mixed. His mother is white, his dad is black. And so my daughter took a lot of her grandmother's complexion, really, especially when she was younger. She had that orange hair because her dad was orange. Her grandmother was a redhead. So her hair was real orange, just like her dad's hair was when he was a baby. And you'd be surprised by like how even like some not immediate family members, but I remember like when my oldest daughter was very fair skinned. My oldest daughter is light complected, but my youngest daughter is light brown. My oldest daughter is red, very high yellow, right? And so family, you have people that can be so jealous hearted, even like family members, like they would always want to compare my kids. And so they would look at my youngest daughter who is light brown and say, her complexion is way better than that red girl you got. And I would say, don't do that. Don't compare my kids. Don't you ever compare my kids. It's almost, I mean, that's jealousy. If you ask me, it's like you want to, I just didn't let people do that to my kids because I do know like light skinned kids do have issues. Like they get picked, but my oldest girl could fight, okay? But they get picked on, all of that stuff. To the point like my oldest daughter, who I was telling you all that was is very fair skinned, she always was attracted to dark skinned boys. And she would say, "When I get mama," she used to say when she was a little girl, grow up and get married, mama, I'm gonna marry the darkest skinned guy that I could marry because people and they wanted to make her feel bad about being light complected. So I said that to say this, just like dark skinned people who have had trauma, a lot of light skinned people have had trauma too, and I know that because I raised one who I always had to validate, and tell her that her skin tone was beautiful. It didn't matter. She would feel a certain way because people would go, "Why is your mama so dark skinned and why are you so light skinned?" I've had like grown people to say that, bitch, because maybe I was with a light skinned man or something. Why don't ask my kids that. Some grown folks can be so damn stupid. But it's like that in the black community. Like it is where it's just a lot of people that hate what they see when they look in the mirror. They bleach their skin. I would never want to bleach my skin to try and be lighter. I wouldn't. I think chocolate men, with especially with those white teeth, is handsome. I mean, all colored, all types of skin tone. I mean, it just depends on the man, the character of the man. Because I didn't got too old now. I don't want nothing that's gonna break my peace. Okay. He could be the finest thing out there. You got to go because I likes to live peacefully. But I've never been color struck. I was thinking about that because I was looking at I don't know if you all have ever seen the documentary. Oh, y'all, I'm gonna have to blow my nose. Hold on. Y'all know I got a bad cold. Shout out to Miss Mary because she was like, 3 lemons, 3 limes, and some ginger. Miss Mary, I'm gonna make me some tonight. She put that because she can hear how congested I am, and I am. I gotta go back to the doctor. I do not like being congested and nasally. Okay, I don't like that. I went to the doctor before. I thought this weather has been so messed up. I thought it was drying up. I gotta go back to the damn doctor because y'all know I had the flu before. I don't know. I started feeling better, but today all of a sudden, like I just started feeling real hot. Like, and I just started sweating. I was like, I'm so glad I got a doctor's appointment because I mean I know it was kind of warm out, but I just broke out into a sweat. I don't want to be walking around here because they said there's a lot of people walking around with like the walking pneumonia and all of that. So I'm glad I got another doctor's appointment because, child, this cold and stuff in my head and stuff, it's got to be dried up. But I haven't been aching or anything like that. So my little what's the word that my little Olive Gal daughter is supposed to bring her little, my mama call her the sea hag. My mama call her the sea hag when she get mad at her. My little sea hag supposed to come and sit in my house tomorrow while my cleaning crew here. While I'm at work, because I don't this cleaning crew is better than, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I remember like this past summer, I had gotten a cleaning crew to come in because I was like, I need to start having a cleaning crew come in once a month to clean my windows to just help me, because I have a lot going on. And it was this white lady who owned this cleaning service. She came in with this lady, and the lady looked like she was fresh off out of the crack house. Okay, and I have a lot of candles. I have to admit, like that's one of my vices. I love candles, so I have candles stacked up for days. I think I probably at this point, because I'm always buying them, always catching them on sale, ordering them. I probably got over like 300 candles, okay, that I have not lit. Okay. I can't wait to light one in my restroom tonight when I finish, because even though I mean, it smelled like a chocolate fudge, okay? That chocolate fudge smells so good. Okay, I had to blow my nose. Yeah, I'm sorry. I have to stop. I gotta blow this. I don't want that mucus and stuff inside of me. It's got to come out. I'm sorry to be having to stop and blow my nose and stuff. T, have you tried the medicine balls? You know what? Every time I've gone to Starbucks to get a medicine ball, they said that they were out. They said that they was out, but I might have been going to the wrong one because I've been going to the one in Whitehaven. Because how you gonna run out of something? They supposed to always keep everything in stock. But y'all, there's this documentary called In Hidden Colors. And I love it's by Tyreek Nasheed. Even he's arrogant, but he's done some really good documentaries. And in Hidden Colors talk a lot about our history, and he did some really good research on that. And colorism in our community is something that the slave masters started to keep our to keep the black folks divided. They had the fair skinned people to work in the house, and that was more than likely because they had kids by the slave owners, or the mistresses that had, well, the mistresses couldn't get pregnant by the books. Although I'm hearing that oftentimes a lot of them did get pregnant by the books. Okay. But not more than the slave masters getting these slaves pregnant. Y'all know this is my niche. I love like just eating and feasting on history, and trying to analyze if we have really moved any further than back then, right? And I think it's really sad because once you do those analysis, I mean, we really haven't. We really haven't advanced that much. It's definitely that crabs in a bucket mentality. Back then, you had the slave masters and um, a lot of the white people, I guess, in during that time, holding back the blacks. Now, you really have more blacks that try and keep each other back. I'm interested in hearing you take on that black dress. What black dress, Rochelle? But what I wanted to talk about, you guys, there's a few things I wanted to talk about. I was thinking about also with Finesse two times. I said I was going to stay on like an hour and a half or something like that. Did I see Cypress come up in here? I thought I saw Cypress, or maybe I didn't see him. Um, um, you think about Finesse two times, right? And what they're doing to Finesse. And contrary, I want people to understand, like I hear folks say, well, he they doing it to him because he's talking contrary to what he says. What they're doing to him is not right. You know what I mean? If the man write his music, if they're supposed to pay the man, that's what they need to do, right? That's what they need to do. Like we do shady things and then we wrap it up in, well, it's just business. No, you just shady, you disgusting, you garbage, right? So, and we kind of give people a pass. Well, they did good business. There's nothing good about the business that they've done with this man. Okay. And Finesse two times represents so many other young men that don't speak out, and women in the industry, right? This is a practice. They have definitely made it a practice. And hey, and now what we're seeing is, because back in the day when a lot of these rappers started rapping, they was famous, but they was broke. And you had like the Jewish or the white record execs that was pimping them. Now they've given some of these, blacks a seat at the table. You would think that that would change. They would at least look out more so for their community, because one person can't make all the money. You can allow your talent to make some money, but they're it's like a repetitive cycle. They're keeping that cycle going. That's why I say, what in the world is going on in our community? It is so freaking sad. Okay. And I saw this too. I saw this with Donnie McClurkin, and y'all, it's a plethora of stuff I want to talk about. We'll get back to Finesse. I kind of want to just talk about the industry a little bit tonight. I'm congested. Yeah, excuse me. I'm so sorry. Um, so Donnie McClurkin was one of my favorite artists. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all why Donnie was one of my favorite gospel artists. He's in the news like so. Y'all look at all the candles I've been ordering. Y'all see that? It's up there at the top. So one of the reasons that Donnie McClurkin at the time, like back in the early 2000s, Remy, get up here. Get up here now. Get up here now. One of the reasons that Donnie McClurkin was one of my favorites because I remember back in the day, like when his album came out, the one with "We Fall Down but We Get Up on It," and he had a song on there, and that was around the time like I was young. I was in my early 20s. I was a young mother, and I was trying to figure out what it was that I wanted, right? And so we all go through these psychological things when we don't really know what it is that we know we want something. We don't know how to get to it or something like that. That's why I love getting older and the wisdom that comes with getting older, right? And so Don McClurkin wrote this song and he said he was I read his book From Victim to Victor. He spoke about being molested as a little boy. What's up, this side dog? And he talked about, his uncle raping him, and then his uncle's son doing the exact same thing to him, right, when he was a little boy. And he says because of that, he ended up having oh, that dress that Jamal. Ooh, I thought about that. Maybe I should do that. That's a good idea, Rochelle. And so Don McClurkin, in his book, he talked about how hold on, y'all. Let me read this text, you guys. If it doesn't have a limit on it, that's even better. All right, you guys. Um. Anyways, I forget what I'm talking. Oh, Donnie McClurkin. And so Donnie had written this song called "I Came for Deliverance," and that song really resonated with me. He said because he said he was so feminine as a result of being taken advantage of. He was sexually confused, and he said he knew he wanted some deliverance. Okay. So he said he started going into the church. And this is something people don't necessarily like to talk about, but it has to be talked about. He started going into the church to get, he started joining churches because he wanted to be masculine, to get up on the pastors as a young man so that they could teach him that. He said, but instead, what happened was they saw this spirit of being feminine on him and all of that, and they took advantage of him. He said instead they would say, well, why don't you come and go with me for the weekend? And they started, he said they took advantage of him also, right? And so he said one day in New York, he was walking down the street and there was this church that he, having a revival. And he said he walked in and sat in the back of the church and he came up with that song, I Came for Deliverance. That song ministered to me so much. I'm talking about just as, like trying to do right in life, like all of that. Okay. Being like a young mother, and I was never bad. I never did, and I was never a bad girl. Like I never was. I chose the wrong men, but I was never a bad girl. But just like I said, trying to figure out what it is, what direction you want to go to in life. But anyways, Donna McClurkin said as a result of that, he was messed up for a lot of years. And I think he fought with that, as far as his sexuality and all of that. And well, I don't know if he fought with it or not, because I remember when Isaac Hayes had his restaurant in Memphis, one of my cousins who is openly gay, okay, one of my favorite cousins. I love him so much, you know. Um, I love him so much, so I don't get in, let people gay bash him or anything like that. Or really, I don't like to gay bash any homosexual person, because their preference is their preference. I don't have an issue with homosexuals. I have an issues with pedophiles and rapists. Okay, that's who I have an issue with. Hey, tapping. And so, um, anyways, my cousin was working at Isaac Hayes, and my cousin called me and said, he was like, "Guess whose table I served tonight?" I said, "Who?" He said Donnie McClurkin. It was some more gospel artists, and he said, and he was flirting with me so hard. Like, I didn't want to believe. I was like, I don't believe that, because I know Donnie said he done been delivered from. It's like, no, I'm telling you. Like, my cousin wouldn't have lied on him. He was like, he was flirting with me so hard. Like, he was flirting with me so hard, like it was making me so uncomfortable, right? And my cousin you could tell when you see my cousin, he tall and handsome and gorgeous and all that good stuff, dressed nice. He's a handsome gay man. And but he's way younger, because I think Trey just turned 40. Okay. So he's way younger, because they said Donnie McClurkin like 68. Okay. So he's way younger than Donnie. But so when I saw this in the news, okay, and what I brought this up because it's starting to come out, like we've been seeing like in the last few years with what has been happening with, like, especially a lot of the gospel artists and in the church, especially in the black church, right? Because now what people try to do is justify what goes on in the Catholic Church. I don't agree with what they do with that either, because I ain't never known a priest to be arrested. And we've seen a lot of stuff to happen in the Catholic Church with those little boys. And what they'll do is it goes quiet. They'll remove the priest, but they usually transfer him to somewhere else. And we never hear about the priest getting arrested for what had been happening to the little boys in the Catholic Church. But it also happens in the black church, right? As much as you hear a lot of the pastors preach against homosexuality, now, that I think about it, the main pastors that had spoken and preached so hard against homosexuality, they were the ones get caught up in the scandals, right? So I guess they was trying to convince themselves or preach it off of themselves or whatever, instead of, and what happens is when people are trying to hide stuff like this in the church, especially the pastors, they end up taking advantage of hurting some of these kids, okay? Because women have been very trusting. When women were hurt, especially in the day, and they were single mothers and stuff, they went to the church, okay, to try and have the pastors to help them with their sons. As a result, a lot of their sons got taken advantage of. I'm gonna tell you something. When I was mentoring those young boys, and some of those young boys, and they had been molested, they internalized all of that anger and stuff. Number one, because their innocence had been violated, their trust had been violated, and also because they were fighting. They were young men that was fighting with their sexuality, and they was ashamed of it, and they was angry that they was having feelings because of learned behavior of wanting to be with another man, right? That's why we have to be very careful about who we trust our kids with. But a lot of that was happening so much. And unfortunately, with a lot of the women, if it was called out, or if the child was brave enough to say something, You had people within the church sitting up talking about, well, you know, they're a man of God. That's a man. Y'all know how they talk. That's a man of God. So we can't say anything. You're not supposed to put your mouth on the man of God. So yes. So if nothing happened, the kids was made to feel guilty. Uh hey, they a lot of anger. They turn a lot of anger towards their mother for nothing happening, their mother for continuously going to the church. But she was just as blinded as anybody else. Okay. She was just as blinded as anybody else. I'm gonna tell y'all, a pastor wanted to try to take advantage of me. I'll never forget. I was I reached this pastor called me. Okay. This pastor had called me, not Al Green, because Al Green had called it, did me too. I was starstruck when Al Green called me. I was playing his stuff on his gospel videos, but it was another pastor had called me, a pastor with a big name. He had looked at my show and I was advertising selling time slots. And on Comcast, I was telling them, you know, I'm a black owned business and I'm trying to grow my network, you know, put your churches on my TV network and I'll produce your commercials and all of that. I was just so excited. My dad had bought me all this time from Comcast and I was subleasing it. And this big pastor called me. I thought I had made it. He was like, I would like to take a meeting with you because his church was on another channel at that time. And he was like, you know, I want to do business with a black woman. I was so excited. I called my mother, and my mother looked at him and loves his preaching and all of that. Yeah, I was just preparing and in my mind, I was going back and forth, talking to my dad. I was so excited. I was like, I can't believe that Reverend so and so want to do business with me. And I was just rehearsing, you know, how I was going to pitch to him and all of that. So I put on my nice black suit, covered up, okay, with my heels on, okay, and went to the meeting that particular day that we had set it for. And when I walked into the meeting, like when his secretary let me know he was ready for me, I walked into the meeting and you know how you reach your hand out to shake a person's hand. He grabbed my hand, but y'all, the first thing that he did was scratch me in the middle of my hand. Like that hurt me so bad because I already knew what that meant. Like I was taught what that meant, not what that was meant, what that meant when a man shake your hand and then scratch you in the middle of your hand. You know what I'm talking about? Like this was a pastor, although now he had a plenty of scandals. But he was ready to take advantage of me if I would have let him. You know what I mean? Like, can you imagine a young black woman that's trying to build a business and you get excited because you feel like you have caught the attention of a big preacher that you know can pay for the time. And this right here is going to be like a domino effect because with this big preacher in Memphis being on my TV network, it's going to bring attention. I know people are going to tune in. It's going to bring attention, and other preachers are going to want to call me and buy time for me, right? But he wanted to buy some time, but he didn't want to buy no TV time. Okay, not at first. He probably would have bought some, but he was wanting to buy some more time. Okay, he wanted some of my time. And y'all, I was so devastated. Okay, and just think, I'm one of those women um that I never had to sleep with no man for no money. Okay, I've never had to. Um, because some women have. A lot of women have had to do what they've had to do, unfortunately, but I've been blessed. I have not. And so but just think, you know, I think about, you know, young women that are desperate to make their businesses and stuff get in the loop with some of the people that they feel like can help them, and then and what they've had to do it is so unfortunately, I said unfortunately, it's so unfortunate. But I praise the Lord that I've never had to do it, right? And so, y'all, I was so mad. Okay. Okay, Cypress. I was so mad. When I sat down, it took my breath away. Like I couldn't think of all those things that I was gonna say. Like I was so excited. I couldn't think of nothing. Like it totally took my breath away. All I could do was just look at it. And then I got angry because y'all know how I am when I'm on. Y'all see how I've been on here. Like I get to talking about something. And then if I feel like a person has, and then I start getting mad if I feel like a person has violated me. Okay. I've gotten real good now. Okay. I just thank God for deliverance because I used to be on my get back. If you ever violated me, I Mr. Parker escaped with he escaped by the skin of his damn ass, just a thin skin. Okay, because I got so much stuff on him, I really wants to expose him. Okay, but anyways, we're gonna talk about Mr. Parker because the devil trying to get into me to expose Mr. Parker. Okay, I'm gonna let that go. I said I wasn't gonna talk about that man in 2026. I wasn't gonna talk about his black ass in 2025. He fucked with me first. I sent his ass. I was nice to the damn man. I bought him a damn $130 something bus ticket and sent his ass back to North Carolina. I was nice to him, gave him $40 because he didn't have a dime so he could eat. Okay. And then he set up and was calling people trying to run my name. He said Reverend Leon Lonnie Love. No, that wasn't Reverend. No, it was somebody else. Okay. Anyways, we ain't gonna talk about that tonight. But yeah, I got mad. Yeah, I got so mad. Okay. And I got to looking at that man and I balled my fist up because I used to have it bad about if you made me mad, you got in my space, I was gonna swing on you. Okay. Um, and I balled my fist up and I had to put my fist up under my knee, not up under my knee, up under my thigh. As I was sitting there with my fist ball, I because I wanted to, I had a natural impulse, a reflex to swing on him and give him a strong left hook. I'm telling you, a strong right hook. But I balled my fist up and put it up under my thigh so that I could swoosh my hand down to keep from swinging on his old ass and knocking spit from his damn mouth. Okay, because that's what I was getting ready to do to him. But I think about how this man that could have really helped to push a black business was in the position to help a black girl. Okay, um, what he did to me. What he tried to do to me. He didn't, I mean, scratching me in my hand, that was bad enough. That was bad enough. Hold on, y'all. Y'all, I don't know how I'm finna get ready and let Cypress up. Okay. Hold on. Cause I see I'm getting into all type of other stuff. And I was talking about Don McClurkin. We're gonna talk about something else too. The devil is Satan, I rebuke you. The devil is really wanting to try to get in me, but he ain't gonna be able to. Um, hold on, y'all. I don't know what's going on with my computer. I guess somebody is hacking it because it's been frozen. It's been freezing up. I don't know what they're gonna think they're gonna see. As a matter of fact, I need to the credit bureau called me today talking about something on my credit. Let's see who tried to run a report. I'll look at that tonight, child. Hold on one second. Rochelle, yes. Yes, Rochelle, yes. Anyways, y'all. So, anyways, Donna McClurkin is in the news. Okay. Donna McClurkin is in the news. And it says gospel singer and minister Donna McClurkin denies claims that he sexually abused a man in a years-long relationship. The 66-year-old pastor was sued by Giuseppe Corlito, who alleges McClurkin was once a mentor to him before the years of abuse began. The lawsuit was filed in New York County Supreme Court on January 2nd. Corlito claims he was 21 years old when he first met McClurkin at the Perfecting Faith Church in 2003. According to the lawsuit, during their meeting, Corlito says the pastor assured him that he would help deliver him from homosexuality. Y'all, didn't I just say, I had not even read this, didn't I just say that Donna McClurkin said that they did that to him? And this is my first time reading this article. Later, when Corlito became his personal assistant, Corlito said the pastor held pray the gay away spiritual sessions. During those sessions, he alleges that McClurkin groped his genitals without consent, according to the lawsuit. Corlito says McClurkin coerced him into further unwanted sexual acts from 2007 to 2015. When Corlito told church staff members about the alleged abuse, he said they ignored him. McClurkin, best known for his gospel song Stand and We Fall Down, denied the allegations in a statement from his attorney. Attorney Greg Lissy says the allegations are categorically false in a statement sent to NBC News. At no time did Pastor McClurkin engage in any form of abuse or assault or sexual coercion of Mr. Corlito. The claims set forth in the lawsuit grossly mischaracterized their interactions, which occurred over a decade, and some accusations over 2 decades ago. All these allegations are contradicted by the real facts. Okay, he says no form of sexual abuse, assault, or sexual. So y'all heard what? Okay, so he did not say that. The statement didn't say that he did not engage in any sexual acts. It says no sexual coercion, no sexual abuse, and it was not assault, which means it could have been consensual. Y'all see how they worded that? Okay. Y'all know I'm getting sharp now since I'm taking the law. I'm studying law, so I'm getting sharp. He did not deny ever having sex with him. He just said it was not assault, it was not coercion, and it was not abuse. Okay. Anyways, it says McClurkin revealed his own struggle with homosexuality in an episode on TV One's Uncensored. The pastor says he gave up the same-sex lifestyle, which he still had desires for. He called his desires a perversion and a sin, and he compared it to diabetes. I don't eat sugar, but it doesn't mean that I don't want sugar. So he's admitted he said he gave it up because God says that it's a sin in the Bible, and he says that if he gonna be preaching to the good church people's, he don't want to engage in that, although he still has the desire. But somewhere in the Bible, Stephen, I know you're a Bible scholar, and it's somewhere in the Bible that says whatever, if you think it, you may as well do it, or something like that. Yeah, I won't say it because it's a lot of perverse in my bushes. I don't want to misquote nothing, child. Let me get that scripture right. Oh, the Bible say that if I think it, I may as well do it. That'll get them an excuse to really go jump off the bridge and be doing crazy stuff. But I think it's in the Bible. It's something similar to that. If you think it, you already did it or something like that. I forget what it is. It's something similar to that. But the man says he has desires. I mean, I would tell him to go get him a man. If he haven't, I mean, and looked like to me he did have a man. He just something that went wrong. I think that he was 20 some years old back in the early 2000s. So his ass up in his 40s. So they've been coding, I believe, all this time. All of a sudden he want to file a lawsuit on him. If he said he was 21 years old in the early 20s. I mean in the early 2000s. So, and he was mentoring you, and why all of a sudden you 20 years later you want to say something? Y'all been boyfriend and girlfriend, y'all been coding, and now you mad because you probably ain't getting no more money. Thank you, your girl, y'all. Whatever a man thinks, so is he. What's up, Cypress?
What's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing tonight?
I'm doing good. What you think about this Donnie McClurkin thing?
I think Donnie McClurkin been a Tambourine player a long time ago. Oh, I think all Tambourine players, Donnie McClurkin.
Hey,
What's
Pumpkin.
the other name? The dancing man that got the choir. What's his name?
Kirk
Kirk
Franklin.
Franklin. Him. TD. I think all of them get out.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. At the time Kirk Franklin came to Memphis, he was doing like a tour, some type of deliverance tour, because he said that he got delivered from pornography and all of that. And him and his wife came to A.R. Williams Church when I used to go to that church years ago, many years ago. And he was talking about how he was so caught up in pornography, like it was bad. Like he had to look at pornography hours and hours a day. I'm trying to figure out what was he looking at. Who was he looking at? Okay.
He
Um
wasn't looking at no. He probably wasn't looking at no women. Because if you got a wife in the house, why are you watching porn for hours and hours?
right. So he said his wife said that some of the things she said that some of the things that he would have her doing, she felt dirty afterwards. Now, that's something for a woman, because most married couples like to, have their fun. Now, I do believe that there are limits. Okay. There are limits because everything, because you know how some people, I get scared of folks, and when the bed undefiled, the God says the bed is undefiled, and everything goes in a married couple's bed. Now, everything ain't going, because I don't know what be going through these folks' mind. Okay. I mean, anything that's agreeable with me and my husband, but I mean, there are definitely limits. I think I would be turned off by some things that a man would have a desire for. It's some things that would turn me off. Okay. It would definitely turn me off. Okay. But it's something when I mean, you got a wife, and a lot of these men be getting these rich so-called ministers and stuff. They go and get these women that look like they, you know, straight up at the club. Okay. And when they rich, they be willing to do anything. So you got a wife, and she's saying some of the things he had her doing, she felt dirty afterwards. After they finished, ain't no telling what they was doing. And he was like, he put his wife through that, but it was a sickness, and he was just, fascinated and caught up in pornography. Um, it's something he had to get delivered from. He said he prayed and asked God to, take that taste away from him of wanting to look at pornography, look at, what they call them, nasty movies all day, every day. So, with this thing with Donnie McClurkin, my computer is hacked. It's something going on because it is slow. So whoever done hacked it, oh, Lord, please, just stop me. Um, you ain't gonna be in here after tonight. Okay, this will be your last night hacking it. But I don't know. I believe I believe that he was having a relationship with the person. That's what I believe. And the person that got mad, and now you wait 20 years. This man supposedly was doing this to you for 20 years, and you wait 20 years later to file some type of lawsuit on him.
All them niggas been getting down. If you ask me, I'm just gonna keep 100. All you niggas gay.
Well,
I think they all get down, but I think they use God to justify it and cover it up and use the justification for why you niggas do what you do. I mean, I ain't got no issues with people that do what they do, but man, don't use God and all this shit, man, and you know that ain't true.
my thing is, when they take advantage of weaker vessels like children and all of that, when they just, hey, just come on out, and I think a lot of them are frustrated um because they're not living in their truth. I think it would be just better if you came out and lived in your truth.
They can't. Like some of them niggas in Hollywood, they be wanting to live in their truth. They can't.
Because there are more and more men that are undercover. And I'm telling you, like my cousin I was telling you about, I'll never
Yeah.
forget. He came to my mother's house, and he walked in with a guy. And I looked at the guy, and I noticed he sat over in the corner. It was like almost like he was trying to hide and all of that. And it was a dude that lived in the same neighborhood as my mother. And but he was living with his mother, but he was living with his wife. His wife was living up in there. So that's why he was trying to hide. Because I was sure trying to figure it out. I watch people. I was going to place him. He was he came up in there with my I got quite a bit of tabs open. Let me see. He came up in there with my cousin, a man, another man,
Well,
while his
well,
wife was down there at home.
well, did your cousin know he had a wife, or then was just you doing your
No,
investigation work?
I'd be lying if I said he didn't know. I believe he did know and didn't care. My cousin, that same cousin, used to be a leasing agent at some apartments in North Memphis. Okay. And he told me, he said, this boy used to come in all the time with his girlfriend. They had all those kids. They had these websites and stuff that they be mingling and meeting people on. And he said he noticed like he was real talkative to him. Now he was like, this is supposedly a hardcore thug straight up out of North Memphis. And his girlfriend got 6, 7 kids. He said the girl was so ghetto. And so he said, how about when they left, he get a ping on a website. It's the boy, trying to start conversation with him. It was a gay website. So it's a lot of people that's just not living in their truth. I mean, just live in your truth. I like I said, I don't have no issues with what people do. I have issues with men that are on the down low. Like when they're trying to use women as beards when they just need to go get them a man.
Yeah, I guess.
I think they need to tell the truth about what they have going on. For me, I don't want to date a man that has either dated other men, that has had sex with other men. I mean, I just choose. I don't want that. We can be cool, but we just can't date.
Right. Muffin, what it do? I feel on that. Like, yeah.
Because now I got to worry about him being with men and women.
It's wild, man.
Hmm. But they say a lot of people are saying they're they're gay for the pay, meaning according to them they are not. They trick themselves into believing that they are not a certain way, but they're just doing it for the money.
Well, they must got Michael Jordan money, son. Last niggas, boy, let me tell you.
Ooh, but like I said, to each his own. I don't have no issues with. I love a man with a beard, but I refuse. That's right. I love a man with a beard too, especially when you could tell it's clean.
Some of these women don't even be knowing that they being a big,
You say a lot of the women don't be doing what now?
they don't even be knowing.
Right. They don't tell their women when they are like that. But then some of the women do be knowing. They will they'll know that he was just in a relationship with a man, and he just got out of a relationship with a man, but now he's dating a woman, because you have men that are bisexual, and they don't necessarily have no problems with that. To me, I don't believe in this. Is just me. I don't believe in bisexuality. I think if people mess with the same sex, they're gay.
Okay, I don't know. I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know either. But that's Don McClurkin. Maybe Don would come on out and live in his truth.
Put that submarine
He'll come out.
down, Johnny.
He probably gonna have to tell the truth, because it seemed like to me his boyfriend mad. Why he wait 20 years?
Man, cause the money is slowed up and niggas be lying, making promises, I guess, and when the lawsuit come, that's how I see it. But
You never
uh,
know what his mind done told him. His mind might have been told him he done strung me along for 20 years. Ain't gonna marry me. Ain't did nothing he said he was gonna do. Like you said. And now I'm 20 years older.
Steve said Atlanta so bad, these women just want a man to love them and they gonna pay out. Man, I wouldn't, nah, man, I ain't gonna. Shout out to Atlanta, I say that. I don't want to be, uh, shout out to Atlanta.
Atlanta
Steve,
is so bad. And a lot of those women just want a man to love them. They would pay the bills and everything, and they want him. Yeah, I don't love no man enough to pay no bills while he lay up in the house up on me. I'm just gonna put it out there right now. I'll never love one enough to let him use me.
shout out to Clarinetta. What's up, sir? Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Bring something to the table. Bring something to the
Bring a
table.
lot to the table, shit.
Like, yeah, that too.
Not just some.
Yeah, bring, well, you know what I mean? Like, gotta bring something. You
I know
know,
what you mean, though. I know what you mean.
like,
I'm messing with you, but I mean it though.
Steven said,
Oh my goodness, Steven, you already know. I have to. I have to. What the hell is that? What's going on here? Um,
Steven, you won't want a woman. You won't want a woman that got that won't that set the bar high for you, Steven. Steve, you don't want no woman to go set the bar for you, set the bar high for you, Steve. It's the new year. I might wear less Cypress gone, crank it up. Steve, you wouldn't want no woman to set the bar high for you, though, real tough. Steven, go grab one of them chicks out of Atlanta, man. That's gonna pay the bills. All you gotta do is go do some push-ups and exercise. You gonna be all right, man.
He said, respect and loyalty is what I desire.
Well, shout out to you, man.
Steven said Atlanta got some awesome women. He wouldn't mind getting one of them. Well, they looking for men, Steven. You need to go ahead up in there and get you one, because they said they can't date because a lot of them are single because they say a lot of the men are on the down low.
About 98% of the men out there. There's some fine women in Atlanta, though.
Y'all, when Prince came out in the 70s, they used to dress him just like a girl.
Hey, man, I got my. I don't want to. I can't say that in front of my auntie because they a Prince fan, but I always thought Prince was kind of. That's who use the women for the bridge. Him, Michael Jackson, all them niggas. They ain't said the same shit about you for over 20 years. Ain't none of it true. What else he said? He said women had to go, so is women a part of the plan, though? I don't blame you, Steve. I don't even want to be bothered. I just want to have fun. I just want to have fun, drink Coca-Colas, and talk shit. That's it. And I'm perfectly happy. I'm gonna drink the Coca-Cola and talk some shit all 2026.
I think as you get older and you realize, don't take life so seriously. Don't allow people to suck up your energy. Live life and be happy. Love those that love you. Be around positive people and people that celebrate you and you can celebrate them back. That's how you're supposed to live life, and not live to just work.
But when you get to our age, you ain't already there far related. You don't even really want to be bothered with nobody. You just like go the hell on, man. Bye. The next thing you want to do is throw the thing away. You want to get rid of it. There's a spot in the Schuylkill River everybody uses. And they ever send divers down there, they'd be able to arm a small company.
Y'all ready to go to the groomer? They don't like going to the groomer because they be there all day. They going to the groomer though. Y'all going to the groomer. Y'all hair done grew back. I like to keep their hair cut low.
Gotti said he going to Dubai. He probably never coming back. Talking Gotti.
That's what Gotti said. He ain't coming back.
He probably ain't never coming back. He over in Dubai right now.
Did he say that?
Yeah, he said with chances he wasn't never coming back, but I doubt it.
Oh, I told you. What did I say? Didn't I say it? But I mean, he gonna have to go further than Dubai.
Yeah, go over there with Russell on that battery. God said he probably ain't coming back. He probably over there in Dubai, man. Well, he in Dubai right now, for sure. But I'm quite sure his mom gonna fuss and have a reason for him to be back in LA.
No, she might want him in another country. She might feel better. FaceTiming him every day. At least she could FaceTime him.
Yeah.
They sure can. That's why I said he gonna go a little further than Dubai. But he I was going to say something real mean, but I ain't gonna say
Hey man, that's what it seems like. They about to go over there to Dubai. Moneybag, where you at? Boy, I've been seeing
it.
Suge.
Finesse got money bag real quiet, ain't it? But
Well,
did Finesse go live today? Because if he been going live every day.
I I haven't caught his live today, but I know his uncle Jerome is pretty pissed off at it.
Why?
Because this fool in his $1 million worth of game interview, I believe it was, said that his grandma was a hoe who sold ass, and Jerome is real hot about him.
Why would Finesse say something like that?
I don't
Even if
know.
she did, why would he say it?
I don't know. Jerome is real upset about him saying that about his mom.
What's going on with Finesse Cypress?
Well, number one, according to Finesse, Bag told been telling everybody don't work with Finesse, and it pissed him. He exposing that shit.
You said according to Finesse, what? Now? For you, Finesse ain't lying on Bag though.
Yeah, and it's gonna get really bad. It's gonna get really bad, y'all. Somebody finna open up the back door on somebody. You hear me?
You said what now?
Somebody gonna open up the back door on somebody.
Well, I don't think Finesse gonna open up the back door on Bag.
I'll say this. What he trying to do behind the scene, he better hope this works.
What he doing behind the scenes? He already done tried to kill it.
I tell you. I tell you. But I think one of them might be one of them. Hey, he better hope what he doing behind this work, because one of them gonna be up out of here if not.
You say one of them gonna be up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Because Bag sure did respond to Finesse. Hold on. Let me pull it up. He responded to Finesse. He did it on rap. Hold on.
He responded to Finesse.
Yeah, he did. He responded to him. That's what they're saying. Hold on. I can't find it. Let's see. Finesse never should have been dealing with Bag, because who can deal with somebody that put a hit on them?
Well, here was the issue with that. He was already locked in a contract with Bag, so whatever he didn't got no money to buy it out.
Is that Frank? Yes. Hi, Frank. This is Jimmy. You ain't nothing to the hood. You with us or over there, pick a side. Is you gonna freeze up or shoot your back? You worry about the wrong shit, going grind, gonna lose every time, hustling with your pride. You a lame and your bitch should be shrink. Out here doing anything for fame. You ain't nothing to the hood, you claim. I had did some homework on your name. First record, go put some toast on the chain. Oops, I sent the deuce to the brain. Had to go put some forces on that thing. SM90 coupe, high kind. Can't beef up with it, none. I birth you boys, you read my sons, I put you on bread. You won't make a crumb, I really showed all that love for nothing. All that time about you wrote my first boy, I been had here trying to help you get one. I'm keeping it Peter with me that will fucking your bitch. The reason you dropping your blood, you get superstitious. Only even fuck with these niggas at all. Tell them quit speaking and talk like that. Only even fuck with these niggas like shit. That was just leeching up off your work. Zebo my dog, I love big bro. Whenever I need him, he coming through clutch. Keep that shit loyal and never switch up. In certain situations, you gotta adjust. You gotta understand and turn on your man. That ain't what's up. Niggas ain't tough when they trying to be tough. The kids apply pressure and niggas get chucked.
What you think about that?
You with us or over there, pick a side. Is you gonna freeze up or shoot your back? You worry about the wrong shit, going grind, gonna lose every time, hustling with your pride. You a lame and your bitch should be shamed. Out here doing anything for fame.
You don't want to be into these.
He got Finesse standing.
I looked at my phone, I said, if you don't get your off my phone, boy, I know you. What if you hollering at? You don't holler at me. You holler at them you around. Don't holler at me, boy. Where you at? And get what I do to them. I'm in the city. Meet me at Private parking lot. Bring all your soldiers, and we finna die tonight or go to jail. And get what I did? I went to Private parking lot 5. And guess what I did? FaceTime them from the parking lot. I'm on Private parking lot ready to die.
Ain't nothing to the hood.
Y'all don't understand why I'm hard on Bag for. Cause he hold a certain influence over the young niggas that make them look like fake shit is real. Bag hold a certain influence over the niggas that's around him that and make them think fake shit is real. And guess what? They fall for it because they want a verse. Because Bag changed big and he went and got Aura, G-Wagon, and then nigga that was all credit. I know the motherfucking real nigga. That's Tedrick the GOAT doing that job, nigga. That's why you been hanging with Tedrick the Goat so much,
Who
nigga.
is Tedrick
It's
the
credit,
Goat?
nigga. I'm tired of saving you niggas. No. I'm done saving you niggas. When you posting that money in that safe, when you
I don't
up
know
in that
Tedrick
money,
Goat.
that's head money. Y'all get a motherfucking clap for head. The CEO of Endless Entertainment. Clap head up. Bag ain't got nothing. The same way y'all know I'm fucked up. Bag fucked up too. He just know how to make it look good. Huh? Y'all don't know I know that though. Y'all don't know I know that though. Y'all don't understand why I'm hard on Bag for. Cause he hold a certain influence over the young.
Finesse was trying right here. Bag, look at Bag. Bag never had good intentions for Finesse.
Bag ain't got good attention for nobody but Bag.
That nigga gotta send me my motherfucking song back. You know why, y'all? Because I know the games that rappers play when they finna drop songs and when they finna drop albums. The nigga tried to use me for some free motherfucking publicity and thought I wasn't gonna be able to see that shit. Boy, I am a 48 Laws of Power guru, a Art of War guru. Don't take this clean face and these. Don't think I'm dumb, boy. I ain't just sit up in jail this last time and just, nah, boy, you can't play with me like that. Don't play with me like that. Don't use my name for no publicity. And then, hold on. You use my name for publicity. Let it go. As long as he do the song, I'm going to let it go. Because I understand business now. He ain't hot. So he trying to make a wave. Weeks go by. Nothing. 3 weeks go by. Yo. Nothing. 4 weeks go by. Crickets. 5 weeks go by. Question mark on the yo from 2 weeks ago. Mute. So now I'm questioning my circle. I'm asking my people like, now do y'all see what I meant by I knew what his strategy was? He used my name to do this song, promote his play, whatever he had going. He threw a rock and hit his hand. Those were never his intentions to fuck with me. His intentions was to use my name for his song and his motherfucking album promotion. And he didn't think I was gonna catch it. Oh no, we talking about the other nigga that don't nobody know him. They know me. Bitch. They don't know him. The fuck you think I'm dumb? You didn't know that though, did you? You thought I was the same dumb bitch from back in the days, didn't you? I'm smarter than that now. And I ain't going back to jail. And I ain't gonna let y'all kill me. I ain't green. Know what the fuck going on now, nigga? I ain't 25 no more. I ain't even talking about you. I'm talking about any motherfucker right now. I'm speaking from a whole
I believe he was talking about the
motherfucking
princess when he said that, don't you?
I ain't gonna let none of you niggas ain't gonna fuck with me, nigga.
Yep.
See,
I ain't gonna deny it.
I sat back for a long time, bro. I sat back for a long time. I said, man, I can't just go out like I can't just keep on. And then not just that, you gonna try to attempt to blackball me too? You gonna tell everybody don't fuck with me? You gonna tell everybody don't deal with you? You whispering in motherfuckers' ears, telling them don't. And I'm accepting this shit because I'm trying not to be the villain. I'm trying to be the one that say, my bro got the wrong idea of me. Man, maybe bro need to get around. Bro need to chill with me for he need to understand me. He don't understand where I be coming from, bro. It's certain shit that you don't do and you don't say. It's certain things that you don't as a man, bro. And guess what? The people that know you, and know me, they know I ain't lying. They know I ain't lying on you, bro. The people don't know you. They think they know me. The first thing I said was, that nigga got a month to send me my motherfucking song back. You know why, y'all? Because I know the games that rappers play.
Oh.
When they finna drop songs and when they finna
Put us over there, pick a side. Is you gonna so what is
You said y'all got to go in that room, right? Yeah. What if it ain't your day? But Bag out there working out like a mother.
you ain't nothing to the hood, you with us over there, pick a side. Is you gonna freeze up or shoot your pie? You worry about the wrong shit, going grind, gonna lose every time, hustling with your pride. You a lame and your bitch, you be shame. Out here doing anything for fame. You ain't nothing to the hood, you claim. I had did some homework on your name. First rapper to put some toast on the chain. Oops, I sent the deuce to the brain. Had to go put some forces on that thing. SL90 coupe, high kind.
I would talk about a bed, saying smoke and say less. Without that makeup, you ain't shit, bitch. You look like a T-Rex. I pull up new TRX, popping shit in Supreme, and all I smoke is fatality. Out of perp, sipping green. My little shit thick as peanut butter. She the shit and she mean. She want me take her to a movie. Took that bitch till she scream. Don't get turned to a meme. Chopper bullets for trolls. He look like Michael Jackson now. Heard he got shot in the nose. Brand new AR-4. Money, cars, and hoes. My dick was little at first, but when she licked it, it grows. Shot was fired, you froze. Shot was fired, you ran. Boy, you the moissanite king. Go take that shit off your hand. Shot was fired, you froze. Shot was fired, you ran. Boy, you the moissanite king. Go take that shit off your hand. I'm creep. I would talk about a bed, saying.
Oh, this said
he
Finesse
let
put that out
he
today.
know he don't like me. He unfollow me. Just like a bitch will when you break up with him. He unfollow. I ain't
Said y'all got to go in that room.
So Cypress, you think this is gonna end bad?
Yeah, this gonna end with somebody dying if it don't work out with what he's trying to pull off.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna end in. It's gonna probably be some. I hope not, because I like both of them, but this might end up a slow singing the flower break.
Mm. Maybe it'll calm down.
Hell no. Finesse, the problem is he don't have any allies who gonna ride with it.
Right, that's what I was thinking. He ain't really got no allies.
To ride with him, man. So this all they gotta do is press the button and this shit gonna ride, go pretty bad.
Mm.
One of Jimmy's clients was Sam Momo Giancana, who was friends with the Kennedys from back when Jack's father made his fortune with the Italians as a bootlegger during the Prohibition.
I hope they get it together, but I think one of them gonna have to go. It ain't it gonna
Right,
be
because they would rather kill Finesse than to let him out of that contract because they want to constantly make money off of him.
Well, they got him tied in a way he can't buy his way out. Because all they can do is up the scope. If he can't buy his way out, he ain't got it. I mean, well, with his internet sensation, but I ain't no telling how that. But then you still got he screwed paperwork wide. But if somebody gonna have to make a choice, and one of them gonna have to go. One of them gonna have to go, or both, because he has no ally, so he got to. He got to go for broke at this point, and I think it's gonna come a time when one of them gonna have to go.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, who gonna make that call?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm saying, to the best of my recollection, I must recall
The princess ain't gonna let him do that. That shit sound good, but they ain't gonna let him do that. And then they gonna tell him, hey, look, Houston ain't big enough for the both of us when you leave it.
I don't think he want to leave Houston.
It ain't about if you want to leave. Everybody gonna have to. They come and telling you, hey, look here, Houston ain't big enough for all of us when you leave it. Once they say that, you know, this the fix is in.
It's over with.
Everything decided then. Oh man.
guys like Russ, they could have been better. I mean, Russ.
One thing I can say, Senior don't talk a lot.
That's
So when he do, people listen.
Well, I think he's been talking more now than he ever did before. He having to defend his son.
How long is his contract? He don't even know how long his contract is. He just know he's tied in it.
It might be a lifelong contract.
With Jay Prince, it might be. Cause I know he
And
still
bad
gets.
too.
I know he still gets some UGK money. Ain't that right, Jay Prince? But yeah, no telling. Yeah, bag screwed him bad. That's what the screwdriver came in that bad. You heard me?
That's what came in at.
That's what the screwdriver came in that bad.
What's a screw job?
The bag screwed him on the paperwork and tied him
yeah.
in, and I knew he didn't know what the hell was going on. They cut that
I believe he
deal.
was the princess was already in, because remember now the princess convinced him to make up with Bag.
Yeah,
They were all in. They had already decided they was gonna screw him over. That's why Gotti stayed out of it, because they had decided that those two was going to screw him over.
Yeah, see, they already.
Somebody knocked Cypress down. Open your mouth. They say he was still assigned to Bag when he got out of prison. They probably tricked him into signing an updated contract that was way worse than the one he had signed with Bag before.
But he was already in an exclusive rights with Bag, so Mob Ties had to come to the table with Bag, because Bag had exclusive rights. But here was the thing, financial right, Bag never had any intention of making music with this man or doing nothing with him. We were gonna hold him up.
Mm-hmm.
So Mob Ties coming to the table with Bag kind of really helped Finesse to be able to do anything, because Bag was gonna stop him.
Mm. I tell you, Cypress, you coming on tonight because I done got sleepy.
Nah.
I was gonna say it's still real early. I was supposed to do something else, but I can't. One of my eyes and shut up.
No.
All right. Well, listen, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. I got to give me some sleep because I got to get up and go to work in the morning. And yeah, my daughter get here real early so she could be here when the cleaning people get here. Listen, you all. I appreciate you all tuning in. I really want to continue this conversation, but I can't. I'm just too tired. I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you all tuning in. I love you all. I'll talk with you later.
Good night, everybody.